Welcome to Letters from New Zealand. I am John Jarvis. I was browsing the reference library at the Japanese Cultural Centre in downtown Wellington. Most of the books were glossy editions of beautiful Japan, but there were also books on history and weapons residing in little-known museums. They usually cracked at their first opening. These were essential in the days before the internet for my studies of hoplogy at the East-West Institute in Hawaii. This was before security cameras and armoured glass, and the receptionist's desk was conveniently by the front slide glass doors. A commotion marred the serenity of the centre when 4 Japanese naval officers, a captain and 3 lieutenant commanders, in full dress uniform, only minus their swords, entered, saluted, bowed, and proceeded to shower the receptionist with gifts and heartfelt affection. The Japanese Naval Self-Defense Force, an oxymoron surely, was in town. It would have been socially incorrect to inquire why this unheard-of breach of etiquette had occurred. Later, I found out that the officers had presented themselves to their ambassador and the New Zealand Naval Commander before visiting the Cultural Centre. It was several years later before I found out the cause of their visit to the receptionist. She was the daughter of a famous admiral commanding Japanese naval land forces on Okinawa during the last major and high casualty battles of the Second World Pacific War. Many senior Japanese naval officers were against the war with the West. They had travelled the world and had seen the West's industrial might and understood that Japan could not win a protracted war. But it was the Imperial Japanese Army who called the shots. The Admiral on Okinawa had tried to help the local Okinawans, unlike the Army, who encouraged mothers and their children to jump off high cliffs onto the rocks below to avoid rape and their children being eaten by the savage Americans. The Admiral and what was left of his defeated forces committed suicide in his bunker. His daughter, the receptionist, then did something that was unthinkable at the time. She fell in love with a New Zealand serviceman, married him, and immigrated to New Zealand. Her shocked and humiliated family disinherited her, and her name was never spoken again. She and her husband had 2 sons, but it was she who, whenever time and money was available, became the dutiful daughter and returned on several occasions and continued to help the local people. Her honour remained intact. Thank you for watching. Please tick the subscribe thingy at the bottom and keep in good health.